Hello everyone, welcome to Prompt with Pal. Today we're diving into something that quietly has a potential to change how we grow at work. Not just how we work, but how we learn while we work. Now imagine this, you are about to walk into a client's meeting, you need clarity on the feature, you are exploring the new tool, you are preparing for the leadership review. Instead of searching through portals or bookmarking training links, you simply ask Copilot for guidance. And it understands your role, your context, your urgency, and that's the shift. Learning is no longer a destination. It becomes embedded in your workflow, contextual, personalized, and immediate. In this episode, we explore how the learning agent really is, how it adapts to roles, how it grounds itself in the enterprise knowledge, and why this is the major step towards AI as a real-time coach inside Microsoft 365 Copilot. Let's break it down and let's see what it means for the future of skill building in the AI era. Let's dive in. Now, let's take a look at the Learning Agent in action. From Microsoft 365 Copilot, I open Learning Agent from the left-hand rail and immediately I am greeted with a personalized learning workspace. What's happening behind the scene is something Microsoft calls WorkIQ. WorkIQ analyzes the signals across how we work, building the meetings we attended, the documents we create, the tools we use, and the role we play in the projects. Using these signals, the learning agent understands your role, the skills we already have, and the capability we need next. That allows it to deliver hyper-personalized learning recommendation instead of a generic training catalog. Right on the homepage, you can see the agent understands my context. It surfaces the AI tips tailored to my role and also shows suggested prompts and scenarios that are directly relevant to the type of work I'm doing. This is especially important as organizations are rapidly building AI fluency across their workspace. Instead of expecting employees to figure out how to use Copilot on their own, the learning agent provides daily guidance on how AI can help in their specific role. Another powerful capability is the ability to update my learning profile. Here, I can add skills that I personally want to develop. So even if the system hasn't yet detected them, in this case, I recently joined a team that is focused on building AI agents. So I tell the learning agent that agent development is a skill I want to work on. Now that the skill is part of my profile, I can simply ask the learning agent, I would like to learn more about the agent development. What happens next is powerful. The agent searches across the entire learning ecosystem available to me, pulling in the resources from Microsoft Learn, LinkedIn Learning, Viva Learning, SharePoint Knowledge Repository, and any enterprise learning system connected to the organization. So the learning agent now curates a list of relevant courses. Notice how each course includes useful context, the course provider, the estimated time to complete, and the top focus. This makes it easy for employees to plan the learning around their work schedule. Instead of scrolling endless through the content libraries, the agent assembles a learning path tailored to your role and goals. What's especially powerful is that the learning agent doesn't rely on single platform. It aggregates learning from across the organization entire ecosystem that includes content from Microsoft Learning, LinkedIn Learning, Viva Learning, and SharePoint Knowledge libraries. And if the organization have connected third-party learning system through Viva Learning, the learning agent can also surface content that provides from providers like Coursera and Cornerstone. So all the learning activities are brought directly into the Microsoft 365 Copilot. In addition to listing courses, the learning agent also explains why the skill matters. In this example, it highlights how the agent development is becoming an important capability as organizations adopt AI-powered workflows. So the experience is not just recommending the content, it is helping the employees understand how that skill applies to their role and the future work. Next, I want to understand something important. Learning a skill is great, but how can AI help me develop that skill faster. So I ask Learning Agent, give me tips on how to use Copilot for agent development. So the Learning Agent responds with the suggested prompts and scenarios. These show how Copilot can help reduce the time spent on tasks like research, planning the agent workflow, and structuring the development approaches. What's great here is that I can simply copy the prompt and paste it directly into the Microsoft 365 Copilot. Now, instead of spending time figuring out how to prompt AI effectively, the learning agent gives me a head start with proven prompt structure. The learning agent also supports something really powerful: practice-based learning. Here I notice a suggestion of AI-powered role-play scenarios from a LinkedIn Learning. On my new team, I'll be working across multiple stakeholders, including marketing, engineering, and sales. So I want to improve how I navigate complex organization dynamics. So I ask Learning Agent to role play scenarios related to navigating difficult conversation. The agent researches the LinkedIn Learning Roleplay library and finds a scenario that fits perfectly navigating conflicts within workplace power dynamics. So, with just a few clicks, I can launch the exercise and it opens inside the LinkedIn Learning Career Hub. And here I can practice the conversation with an AI powered coaching experience. Going back to my learning agent, I also notice another tab called From Your Organization. This is where the enterprise learning programs appear. For example, I can see mandatory training that's due soon, like security or compliance courses. What's helpful is that I can review and complete that training directly within the learning agent without needing to jump between the multiple systems. And finally, one more thing I notice is the learning agent shows that I'm currently on a 8-week learning streak. This gives me visibility into how consistently I've been investing time in learning. These small signals help keep employees motivated to build new skills continuously, even during busy work weeks. So what you're seeing here is more than just a training portal. The Learning Agent combines the WorkIQ insights, the enterprise knowledge, AI coaching, and learning content from across the entire ecosystem. The result is a system that helps employees learn, practice, apply new skills directly inside the flow of work, and that's exactly the shift organization needs as they build a AI-ready workforce. So with that, here is the real takeaway. Learning Agent is not about replacing the training platform. It's about transforming the learning from the scheduled activity into a continuous capability. Instead of pulling people out of the work to learn, we're bringing the learning into the work itself, right when it matters, right when the decisions are being made. As AI agent becomes more embedded across Microsoft 365, the question shifts. It's no longer, do we have training? It becomes, are we enabling learning at the speed of execution? And that's the real power behind the learning agent. And as we continue exploring AI agents, remember, the future of work is not just automated, it is augmented, guided, and continuously learning alongside us. Thank you for learning forward with me. See you in the next breakthrough. Thank you.